Good morning. Welcome to Sodo Creations, where we make your imagination a reality. I have to prep for a bridal show that's tomorrow. So I'm gonna do another balloon wall. The people who organize the bridal show love the balloon walls, especially with the florals. So I'm gonna do another design, a little different. I'm not going pastel or lights this time. We're gonna add some black, some white, and hot pink this time around. And I think I'm gonna use the same neon sign that says bride to be. So I need to grab all that stuff. I'm at the store right now, or Sodo Creations building back here, and I'm going to load up my truck. You can see I just parked. The truck is right there. I need to go bring it closer, get it loaded, and we'll head to the location for the bridal show. So I'm sure if you've been watching the channel, you've seen all the balloon walls I've done for the bridal show. I don't get to do a lot of balloon walls for specific events. I did one, and that's the one that I was able to put out, where now I'm collaborating, I would say, with the bridal show team to get my booth and also do the balloon wall. So it's been great. So I'll show you how I inflate the balloons. I did that yesterday, but I just wanted to do a little intro so it's not like you just seeing me. You'll see my backdrop there. Don't pay attention to that. I have another event today for Olivia's friend's birthday, so I had that done last night with the balloons. So I'm gonna load all that up now, and then I'll head to set up the balloon wall, then rush to set up her birthday party, attend the birthday party with her. Then if there's time, I'll go back to the venue and start setting up my booth. That's the plan for today. I'm a little behind on time, but that's because I went to bed so late from doing stuff here. But I'm excited, not a little tired, but excited. Hopefully I can get myself going here, because I have to be very fast on setting up the balloon wall so I can get back on schedule. I'm hoping I can finish the balloon wall today, so tomorrow I can just work on my booth. So that's the plan. I'm gonna move the truck, get it loaded, and I'll show you how it's loaded. Someone asked, I forgot to record that in the other video, but I'll show you how it's loaded, and then we'll head to the location. This is what I was doing the night before, so you can see my other backdrop is right there for Lola's birthday party. I finished the base for that. I don't have much time to set up for that event, so I had to get most of it done so that it's easy to transport and the setup doesn't take long. But now I'm inflating the rest of the balloons for the bridal show. I'm adding this hot pink balloon. I'm creating my clusters here with 5 of the 12-inch balloons and 1 of the larger 18-inch balloons. So some clusters have the large 18-inch and some just have the 12-inch balloons. My clusters are usually 6. I prefer those to the clusters that are 8, because I feel like when you add 8, it just squishes the balloon and you don't see how round they look. So I'm working on this here. Usually very excited about the bridal show, because I think of what potential it'll have for my business. But I also wanted you guys to know, like, this is a new setup because we are at the Sodo Creations venue and it was freezing because they're still working on the heat and air for the building. So I had to find a small space that I could put a heater in so that I can record. That's why you see me partially bundled up, but it helped to have a heater there down on the floor so that it would warm up this little space for me to be able to inflate, because like I said in another video, I moved most of the things that I have, so this was easy to just do here. So I'm creating all these clusters, and I'm also gonna load all the balloons. I'll show you guys how I do that here in this video in the truck so that you see my process behind everything. So again, just prepping for 2 events. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the video coming up for Lola's party. I'll post this at not long after, but here are all my balloons. I have huge bags because of course, like you know, these balloon walls take a lot of balloons. I'm just filling them up as much as I can. Now I have a truck so I can fill it up to the brim, and it will work just fine for to fit in the truck and transport, as long as my doorways are wide enough for me to get through. But that's what I'm doing here. Thank you. So this is what I have so far. The backdrop is there. These are the balloons because I'm doing that after the bridal show. Then I have the rest of the supplies for the bridal show. I just need to add the balloons and we're good to go. Everything is loaded. Thank God for a big truck. Thank God. That balloon is dirty, so that's everything. Okay, my car. I think that's everything I had to carry. Oh, I need the weight for the backdrop. So, close that. The weight. My jacket, change of clothes for Olivia's party, and we'll be on the road. We are here. Have the bridal. Don't know if you can see that. There's no one at the loading dock, so I need to figure out where I can go because I'm parked on the street. This is not good. Need to rush in, ask where I can go, and then get my stuff in. So I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm giving myself an hour, 5 minutes to be done because I have to go from here to set up Lola's party. So hoping I have an hour, 5 minutes to be done with the flowers and everything. So let's get going. I have 2 big bags of balloons as you saw before. The main struggle here is designing, so I don't have a set plan in mind because I want to do blocks of colors. So my last balloon wall that you saw, I did kind of stripes, so that was easy for placement, and I went with more of a structured garland that I added up the bigger 17-inch balloons later on in the design. So it was easy for me to align all the balloons with that other one. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below so you can check it out. That turned out beautiful as well. This time I wanted to show you guys a different method where you already have all your organic clusters made and you're just design. This method is a little bit harder because you have to find ways to align your balloons, especially with the different sizes, so that they fit well and make a wall. So it saves you on time kind of, because you're not trying to fit those bigger clusters, and it looks more organic than the other structured balloons. So
You can pick whichever style you like. It's up to you. Just do whichever one works best for you and is easier. If you're starting out, I recommend the other one because you can align them easier. But if you have more experience with making the balloons, then you can go with this one. So I have most of my clusters made, even my filler balloons already attached to the clusters. And the goal here is just deciding what color I want to put next to which color I want to put next to another, and just filling the box. So I'm creating a square. So I have my base there with my pipe and drape kit, and I'm just arranging the balloons around, tying the surrounding balloons onto that pipe and drape kit for it to be nice and secure. So I'm just using the necks of the balloons and tying it to the pipe and drape kit, and then just adding on balloons and rearranging them so that they fit well within the space, and I can cover as much of the spaces as possible. You know, with the balloon walls, it's not always possible to fully cover the holes. That's why you always make filler balloons, whether it's with your 12-inch balloons and your 5-inch balloons. That helps cover some gaps, but you want to do your best to make your work the easiest by filling those holes as much as you can, so that you're not trying to fill bigger gaps later on. So here we're just arranging whichever balloon would fit. It was hard to tie some of the balloons, especially the white ones. This is the sugar from Tuftex. It's pretty hard to work with. So I used 260 Qs, especially tying the garlands that were vertical together. So like side by side, I used some 260 Qs at the base of the cluster and wrapped that around in a figure 8 manner to tie them to the other clusters. I'll see if it shows better here coming up, and I'll point that out to you once I'm doing it. But at this point, I'm using clusters to tie and using the necks to tie the balloons onto the backdrop. Another thing I do where I feel like my fingers are sore trying to tie all the balloons, I'm also using rubber bands with the 11 or 12-inch balloons to connect them together. So you can see here I'm trying to figure out how I can attach those two side by side garlands together, and I end up using that 260Q. I'm tying it to the base of that cluster of white balloons on the left, and I just wrap it around the other balloon, and you see how it closes that gap nicely. So once you tie it around, I make a knot right there in the other part of the cluster in the middle so that it doesn't move. So that covers that gap. You have to constantly make adjustments, constantly step back to make sure that your design looks decent. And the biggest thing I said for me in designing was figuring out which color I want to put next to which, because I don't want too many colors clustered, and I do also want that pink to pop, and I don't want it to be too dark because it is a bridal balloon wall. So I'm adding colors. The black, the white, I think worked really well. That pink just tied everything together. I ended up not putting the neon sign because right there I didn't have a plug-in, and it was later that my husband said with the last bridal show he bought a battery pack charger and he used that to connect it, because he did that part with the shimmer wall design I did for a previous bridal show. So he connected that part and I didn't know, but we ended up not using the neon sign. I think the balloon garland, the balloon wall looked decent enough, especially with all the flowers. It stood out, and a lot of the brides with their families took pictures when I talked to them when they came by my booth. So that worked out well. So I'm still filling clusters, figuring out what color to put where, and I'll let you continue to enjoy the video, and I'll pop in here to talk more if I see a need for more explanation. So enjoy the video. The balloon wall looks great as it is. You could leave it like that, but I'm gonna add some flowers because that just sings bride more. So we're adding the flowers on. My stems are pretty long, so I have them wrapped up with some tape so they don't pop the balloons, and I just insert them in. I don't do anything else. I don't do anything else. The ones that are a little bigger and seem heavier, I tuck them in between the balloons so that the balloons hold them in place. One thing you can do if you're nervous about them falling off is just use some glue dots on the leaves, attach that to the balloons. That would also keep it in place, but I've never found the need to really use glue dots. I just really tuck them in. Like I said, the secret is the stems that are long enough to just go all the way through the back. If you see the back of the balloon wall, you see all the stems sticking out, so that just holds everything in place. And I'm trying to put as many flowers as I can. You don't want to have the balloon wall this size, big enough that you just have sparse flowers just everywhere. So I'm putting as many clusters of flowers as I can so they really stand out. And another thing I'm doing is the flowers that are lighter, I'm not putting where the white is. I'm putting those more with the black, and all the white flowers go where the pink balloons are. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. It really supports my channel, helps it grow, and helps me put out more content for you guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Also, don't forget to click that like button if you like the video. Thanks again for watching, and remain blessed.